Neverending Chain by Dragon Translator. Chapter 127. Hero, Hope and Air. Hiccup? Astrid questioned as he made her sit up and away from her. She had seen the minute look of horror and despair that crossed his face when Gyda finished speaking. Now it seemed as if he was trying to put some distance between him and everyone else. Astrid's eyes narrowed. He was retreating, like he often did before Toothless. Something was hurting him. Some thought was cascading around his mind, and he was believing it. She sat up. Her hands reached out, gripped his tunic. She yanked, just like she did on that first day he awoke and came out of his house. Her lips found his. She did not care that his father, her parents, and 2 members of the council were watching. She had a point to make to her betrothed. She knew not the thought racing through his mind, but she suspected it was causing him to believe he was going to lose all he had gained after the Red Death battle. It had to be connected to the fact that Gyda said he would be a mage. Astrid's eyes widened, though she did not stop kissing him. Magic was still feared by many, even with a mage living amongst them. Johann and many of the other traders who sailed the seas always brought tales of the mainland tribes. Several of those tales spoke of men and boys cast out, rejected and shame for the mere thought of being a magic user. Magic was only ever accepted in vulvas who forsook their families in service to the gods. Men were never supposed to possess such a feminine quality or trait. All a load of yak dung to Astrid. She had seen Gyda's power, both in a peaceful setting and in the middle of a fight. She knew the advantage it gave. What warrior worth their chosen weapons would balk at having something like that to give them an edge in battle? Something to better protect their village, their tribe. Hiccup froze, placing his hands upon Astrid's shoulders, but not returning the kiss. She did not release him, though, and she made sure her gaze bore into his. It does not matter to me if you are a mage, Hiccup. I still love you. I will still be your wife one day. Your father is not going to disown you over this. This tribe is not going to cast you out and shame you over this. I will not let them. Astrid heard boots thud against the floor. She heard Moondust gave a surprised warble and shift out of the way. Hiccup was suddenly removed from her arms. She jerked. Her glare snapped up, as did her fists. She relaxed. Stoic held Hiccup against his chest. I will never disown you, son. I will never let any throw you out. This gift the gods have given you been just another thing to make you who you are always meant to be. Hiccup Arendus Haddock III, hero, hope, and heir of Burke. My son! My beloved and future husband, Astrid declared. Our brother, Toothless and Sharpshot stated in one voice. Me apprentice and nephew, Gobber said, and Goathy says our future chief. Our Alpha! Moondust, Sneaky, Iggy and Buttercup said. And our son and future chief, Brynja stated, and Astrid saw her mother nod her head. But, Dad, the traders, the mainland tribes, Viking men can't have magic. Why? Gyda questioned. Why must you all follow the customs of people who live so far away? They are on the mainland. You are here, on islands amidst the frigid sea. You have dragons living alongside you. You already have 2 mages in your midst. Stoic sat Hiccup down on his feet and placed his hands upon his son's shoulders. It be time for me to tell you, son, Stoic said, and Astrid noticed Gyda closing her mouth, listening along to everyone else in the room. The Hooligan tribe always be different than any Viking tribe, even long before Hamish the First founded this island. In fact, it be our difference that made us come here. Stoic sighed. Seems we forget much of that during the war. And I been knowing that came from the chiefs who followed Hiccup II into power. It stops now. We will remember all our history, and accept all who cause no harm once more. Stoic paused and stared down at Hiccup, smiling. And one day, we'll have a chief who can wield this gift of the gods. 3 of the council agrees, Gobber said, and I've been knowing the rest will agree. Even my uncle? Hiccup asked, turning to look at the blacksmith, only to turn back as his father sighed. Spitelout stands with you, son, Stoic said. He believes in you. He just has to walk a dangerous course with your grandfather. Man still be head of the clan, and can still easily disown Spitelout and cast him and his family out of that hole. Spite'll accept what the council decides, Gobber said. He can tell that bitter man he be outvoted, and it keep 'em all under a roof. Astrid saw Hiccup frown, and knew his mind was already twirling to think up a solution. Stoic must have noticed as well, because he gently nudged his son and shook his head. Been nothing we can do for now. Your grandfather holds his honour, so I can't cast him out as head of the clan and demand the Jorgensens choose another. He might not be liked, but I can't remove clan heads just on a whim. Council would declare me and mine dishonoured then. Oh, Hiccup said, though Astrid knew he was far from done thinking of how to change Spitelout's situation and protect his uncle, and in the process protect Snotlout. So, does this mean I can learn from Gita? Astrid grinned. She knew he would be intrigued so long as he knew it would not cost him the family he fought so hard for. I'd be happier if you did, son. Stoic ran a hand slowly down through his beard. I may end up in Valhalla early if you keep almost dying. Only because she stood right beside the mage did Astrid see Gita wince. Astrid felt dread pool in her belly. She both wanted to know what Gita was scared of and was scared to know the information. If Hiccup died, Astrid knew she did not want to be in the world left by his passing. If Stoic died, Astrid knew Hiccup would never recover from it. Hiccup, smiling, gave her out that she needed to turn her thoughts away from the earlier scenario. She moved over as he stepped back from his father's grasp. She wrapped her arms around his waist, pulling him against her. Everyone had declared he would not lose anything, but Astrid knew words alone would not completely ease Hiccup's worries. Touch, to him, was more important than words could ever be. For far too often, while he grew, his father had denied him loving touches, and most words given to him, false or tormenting. Many times hands placed upon him back when they had been to hurt and not help. Astrid knew her gentle touches and the kisses she gave him, especially in front of the tribe, told him in no uncertain terms that he was wanted and loved, that she was with him and would always be with him. Astrid wrapped his arms around her, his face buried into her neck. Thank you, he whispered. Astrid just held him tighter. Hiccup? Gita began. No, don't move. You can still hear me just fine, even entangled in her arms. Beg to differ, lass, Gobber said, and Astrid felt her cheeks warm. I'm with Gobber on this one. Stoic said. Yeah, Sharpshot agreed. Brother forgets the world exists when Lady Alpha is holding him. Gobber snorted. No more than you do when you be with Sneaky, eh, lad? Astrid snorted. She felt Hiccup's frame shake and heard his half snort, half snicker in her ear. Anyway, Gita continued, and Astrid heard amusement in the mage's tone. Hiccup, your training starts later today after we both recover. This is not something to wait on now that your core is awake. Chief, no one but Hiccup, the flock dragons, and Astrid can be at this training. He can tell you everything and show you what I do teach him, and I encourage him to do so, so long as no one else is around, even Gobber. Sorry, Gobber, I cannot let what he learned be widely known. Non-magic users are not supposed to be around a master mage teaching their apprentice. Then why will I be there, then? Astrid asked, beyond the fact that it keeps morons from whispering stupid words that will never be true. Gita snorted. Be that as it may, you are still his betrothed and will one day be his wife. Magic be a big part of his life going forward. You are already a huge part of his life. I will not make him keep those parts separated. Besides, Hiccup said, lifting his head, I want you there. just as I wanted you with me when the Changeling King was going to teach me, long before the Queen invited you. I meant what I said, Astrid. You are my equal in all things. If I could convince Gobber to teach you blacksmithing, I'd have you there too. No, Gobber said quickly. You never get any work done if she be there all the time. Everyone laughed until Toothless's sister spoke up. Okay, now that this little drama is over with, can we get out of this den? I really need to stretch my wings. Gobber hooted. Toothless? Your sister be a real spitfire. I like her. Toothless's sister looked between the blacksmith and her brother. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? She asked. End of chapter. Hi guys, hope you enjoyed this one. Good God, he needed that. And Astrid being like, nope, not happening. You are mine. I am yours. I am not going anywhere. No one's kicking you out. Stop thinking that right now. And everyone else in there being like, yeah, we got your back. We are not doing anything to make you feel bad. You're stuck with us. We're stuck with you. Stick with it. Love that energy. That is amazing. Sometimes someone needs to hear that. It's a good feeling. Anyway, you guys know the drill. Like, comment and subscribe and hit that bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Have a good day, night or whatever time zone you're in. Bye my guys, gals and non-binary pals. I'll see you in another video. Take care.